everyone, it's Fenrir. Welcome back to the
Welcome
channel.
back.
Today, we're taking a trip to high school where magical mishaps are way worse than homework. That's right, we're diving into the devil of Immortal King. So grab your spellbooks, cause we're about to explore this hilarious anime. In this video, we'll be following the story of Wong Ling, a high school student who's anything but ordinary. We'll uncover his incredible power, meet his awesome friends like Sun Rong, Chen Chao and Goho, I guess they're also his friends, and break down each season because every season is a blend of humor, action, and twists. And of course, I'll give you guys my final rating on this binge-worthy series. Question mark. Let's talk about Wang Ling. This dude is basically a walking cheat code. Imagine fixing a broken coffee machine just by looking at it. But here's the catch. The talisman that he wears limits 90% of his power and keeps his emotions on mute. So Wong Ling walks through the high school with about as much personality as a fridge. But don't underestimate him. That would be wrong of you. Even with his powers dampened, he can still summon ancient spirits during class and turn the school upside down. Because he has done that in the first episode by accident. Yeah, I'm not joking. The real reason for his talisman, well, that gets a little ominous, you know.
Let's just say his dad knows what's at stake. If he lets loose, unleashing Bonga's full power could shatter the world.
As we know it. Luckily, Wong Ling doesn't have to navigate this chaos alone. His friend Sun Rong, Chen Chao, and Guo add their own flavor to the mix. Sun Rong has a legendary crush on Wong Ling, while Chen Chao and Guo Hao are always down to stir up some trouble, which is basically Wong Ling's life motto by accident. Now let's break down the series by season. Well, the first season is about Wong Ling School and Wong Ling and five of his friends fighting another school with five of their students. So the first season is kind of serious, but it's still pretty good. It still has some hilarious moment. The second season is about the great demon lord trying to kill Wang Ling because he knows that Wang Ling can kill him. And the third season is about demons, all the lesser and the smaller demons, trying to infiltrate Earth and trying to take over the Earth. So Wang Ling, of course, has to stop that war. And why is he stopping that war instead of killing everyone? That's because one of the demon who is leading all the smaller demons, the one demon who is leading all of them is Wang Ling's friend. His name is Froggy 2. So he can't just kill all of them. And then the fourth season, which I hate by the way, is about a legendary swordsman who is looking for an heir to pass down his skill. And he thinks and he chooses Wong Ling, but Wong Ling declines because Wong Ling wants to be a unnoticeable person. Yeah. Alright. Well, that was the final verdict. And quite a quick little note. In the finale of the fourth season, we get to see that Wong Ling's mother is expecting. So in the fifth season, Wong Ling will have a sibling. So it means double the trouble. You read it there? Alright, let's buckle up for the final verdict. Drumroll please. I give Tale of Life of the Immortal King a solid 8.9 out of 10. Well, the reason I give it 8.9 out of 10, well, it's because the fourth season is shitty. Yeah, just completely. Fourth season is shitty. I didn't enjoy the fourth season. And I also didn't enjoy a couple of the other half of the third season. Oh, yeah, the third season. But hey, 8.9 is not bad. It's better than JJK, of course. And if you're wondering why it's better than JJK, it's because Wong Ling can solo
Daddy!
Gojo. Anyway, that's it for our review. The Day of the Immortal King. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Let me know that in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Ding! For more anime reviews and magical adventures. Until next time, stay enchanted.